press play? I mean, record, fam.
About 41 seconds ago.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, we're in from... Well, to be fair, if Brent don't clap, we might have another...
Yeah, I know.
The
Brent don't see it on his channel.
Yeah. But yeah, what we saying? Lads, yeah?
Oh, man.
The gentleman's club. Guy talk.
Real talk.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the funny thing is, Gina is meant to be on a call, but I might just call her later.
Oh, okay.
Or I might not call her.
The gentleman's club.
To be fair, she hasn't hollered at me, so I'm assuming she's asleep or something, but don't worry.
Don't worry, bro.
We'll get to old Gina later.
Let's do this man shit.
Man talk, you know what I mean? The man cave.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, welcome back, guys. Meet us after 7. Episode, what episode is this, man? 240 something. 247, man. For those wondering, Gina might have COVID, so she's self-isolating. So yeah, she didn't want to risk spreading her germs, so she's at home. I might call her later, just, you know what I mean? Just to check in.
That's a good citizen, man.
Just to check in on that. No, she feels weak though, isn't it?
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
brother,
She's actually...
Well, I hope she hasn't, because I know certain people have lost loads of weight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I know a guy that lost 3 stone
Oh, wow.
in a week.
Oh, wow. My thing. Yeah, no, I hope... Well, she said she took a test and it was negative. She took another test and she said she'll get the results back today or tomorrow. So I guess
okay.
I'll hold her. But she is feeling, COVID-ish. So, I mean, she's at home. But shout out to Gina.
Whole loss of smell and all of that stuff.
She didn't tell me what symptoms she had. She just said she feels fucked.
And taste, yeah.
Like the flu.
Yeah, I went over earlier to see her.
The flu was... Oh, was it?
Oh, for real?
Okay.
She was sweating.
I swear. Okay, we've got it straight from her boyfriend's mouth. It's...
Straight.
Man, can you get the fuck out the studio? You want to go see her, innit?
I thought we were on smoke today.
Are you ready to get some soup?
I'm ready, bro. You might as well start with a prayer. All right, cool. Dearly beloved.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today.
Gathered here today. Jesus, you said when more than one nigga meet in your presence, you should be there. And we got 4 of them motherfuckers.
Amen.
Lord, please forgive us because we do know better, but we're choosing not to do it. Our counterparts in black strong females are absent today, so we are going to pop our shit. Please forgive us and protect us for any indictments. Any Thomas foolery coming our way, any comeuppance from anybody that's angry. If we offended you in the eyes of the Lord, we don't give a fuck. Amen.
You are killing me, bro. Oh shit! All right, where do we start, bro?
Where do we start?
Where do we start, bro? I've got a few things on my docket.
Okay.
I got a few things on my docket still. But if you want to start toxic, I don't know which one to alley-oop over to you first. You get me?
Let's start with sports.
Sports. All right, sports. The Milwaukee Bucks are the NBA champions. Shout out to Giannis and them, man.
Shout out to him.
Jeez.
He brought it home, Nigerian via Greece.
Yeah, the thing is, he don't really rep Nige, so
He can't really back it.
Yeah, he's all about Greece. So I mean, but yeah, shout out to the Bucks. Sorry, Chris Paul. I was rooting for the Suns, to be fair, because I wanted Chris Paul to win his first chip, but it wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? The 2021 champions, well deserved though.
Well deserved.
Came back from 2-0 down to win 4 straight, so you can't knock it. Giannis dropped a 50-piece.
A 50-piece.
In game 6. You know what I mean?
Nah, he done well, man.
50-piece for some sides.
He did it the old traditional way. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
He didn't go and join nobody. He took his money like a real one, stayed in his small market, played. Bruv, did he was hitting some turnaround jumpers, the free throws as well. He came out.
He hit what, 19 or 20 something?
17 and 19.
Okay. No, he done well still.
He done well, bro.
Well deserved, man. The Greek freak. But yeah, there's a lot of girls listening. They're like, nigga, fuck these sports.
But I thought they were involved in sports last week when England were...
Oh, yeah.
But UK girls... No, but UK girls are interested in two sports.
Okay.
Football, when it's the Euros or World Cup and England are involved, or the Super Bowl.
No, they're interested in NBA players.
But
not the NBA.
basketball, I don't think they care about basketball.
But I thought they care about the players. I thought they're trying to open up their
Oh,
markets.
they know who Dwayne Wade. If somebody that they follow is dating one, they will know.
He is actually really tall though. I met him.
Girls know D Wade now because of
6'4". He doesn't look that tall, but he must.
of Gabby Union. Girls know Ben Simmons now because of Maya Jama.
Of course.
It's true.
Obviously, girls know LeBron because he's LeBron.
They know Melo, of course. And
They know Melo for
know
all
Melo.
the wrong reasons.
I'm telling you. Who else? There's Penny.
Steph because of Aisha.
Of course.
They know a few.
They know
I
a
think
few,
they know
man.
a few, and I'm sure they've been scouting. You know, a lot of ladies have been saying they want to open up their markets and head over to the States. But I have my reservations about that. But it's for a select few.
And then they know they got fair share of NFLs. Russell Wilson, them man.
No, they know one NFL
Ocho.
player, and that's Russell Wilson and Ocho. And Ocho's retired.
Yeah.
Or fucking T.O.
Oh yeah.
Terrell Owens. That's it.
What did you mean by a select few?
Well, international play is for a select few.
Yeah.
You have to do well in your domestic leagues to get international call-ups.
We have a lot of
Hold
female
on.
listeners and they wouldn't understand those.
So
analogies.
you're saying that if you're not doing well domestically in your own league, you can't now get bought out, recruited,
I'm just saying that
or purchased by an overseas team.
I'm just saying it may be harder.
You're saying teams in Division 1 can't play in the Champions League is what you're saying.
No. But then there's a flip side.
Yeah.
That's the flip side.
Listen, yeah. I call this it's a sub chapter in my book. It's called the Intercontinental Cup. So what happens is when, and I think we all know girls who might attest to this, is when you realize that quote unquote your market is not on the home turf.
Oh.
Okay.
Then
You know what?
places like Ghana,
There's
Nigeria.
a particular name that comes to mind that I'm not going to say because this nigga's not going to bleep it out. But she has made it a point to tell me that she doesn't think that her
Market.
man is in London. That she believes her man's in Nigeria or maybe America or you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And there are a few girls like her who believe for some reason that their man isn't here because London guys are this and they're this and they're this. And
You know what?
You know what
I
I'm saying?
do think there is like there's a nuance to it because the ladies that do travel,
yeah.
they may have experienced because they do meet men from different.
Yeah.
So that's different. But if you're over here and you haven't traveled, how do you know all of a sudden?
Because they see that and they see how other girls are being treated and they want that.
And the stories on stories, secondhand smoke and all of that.
But it doesn't really relate in a sense. Let's put it this way.
You need to break it down further because
Okay,
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
No, it's like if you go on holiday with the guys,
Yeah.
you could think I want an international lady.
Yeah.
But when you get there,
Yeah.
the market determines whether you're in high demand.
Is that right?
Ooh.
All right, give me a specific example.
I'll give it many moons ago.
Yeah.
many moons ago. Where I know a young fellow.
Yeah.
He was talking as when we got travel, watch out for me, blah blah blah.
Man reached foreign souls and then
got,
what?
And got air.
And we landed on foreign soil.
Yeah.
And he was giving it the chat.
Yeah.
Stick with me, and the ladies will follow.
Yeah.
So he happened to be talking to this young harlot.
Yeah. Harlot.
On the beach. He was giving her the speech, giving her the razzle dazzle. After the razzle dazzle speech, she said, "That's lovely, but who's your friend over there?"
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, but the thing is, no, but that might be an isolated incident. That's just her not being interested in him. Not saying that he can't get girls though.
No. He spent the rest of the holiday
Oh, was it?
scrambling, searching.
But the thing is, does he get girls back home?
He's okay. He's a mid-table.
Because the thing is,
He's like Everton.
no, but the thing is,
He's
yeah.
like Everton. You know, like when Everton.
When they start,
No,
they might be third for the first 2 months.
No, but the thing is, yeah, I believe that looks are universal. If
Yeah.
you're buff in London, you're still buff in America or buff in
Yeah.
Nigeria. So if you went to America or wherever you went and got air, then it's probably the same here.
No. Are we talking men only though?
No, well, okay, no, let's stick to men only.
Cool.
You don't go to another country and then you become better or worse looking. You're still the same.
Yeah, it's just a
I'm
bad
not
day.
sure about that.
Yeah.
Just a
What
bad
you
day.
talking about?
No, listen. No, I legit feel like you can step into another and then you're the yellow sugar. But you might be the all right don in London. But you go to New York and these girls are all over me.
No,
but maybe that's the accent and all the other stuff.
Yeah, no, that's the accent.
You got to take away the accent and stuff because we're just talking about you get there. Who you are is who you are. That doesn't change when you cross the border. So people will discover who you are and they're like, actually, you're not it.
But don't you think your mannerisms might not bang abroad? So let's say you're the cool, calm, collected guy, and you go over to a place where it's fast paced, and the girls like energy, or they like braggadocious guys. The game messed up.
No, you know what? You're right because I've been on another holiday. We went with an international man that came over here. We went to Ibiza, and he was a forward man. Yeah, like a really forward. Like as soon as we landed, he's like, "Where's the ladies?" I said, "We just arrived. Let us just catch some sun." And I realized his game is a bit too. He was doing, the genuine, that pony dance and that.
In the dance,
them
before the end of the movie.
Dance.
Yeah. But from where he's from, it works.
Okay, I see.
So you're right. Maybe in that theory it's right, but I don't know if it doesn't all work across the board because that can't run in London. If you do that in London, you'd be on a shade borough.
Hold on, so what are you saying? You're saying that your game may not work here, but it may work abroad.
Yeah, you legit might home. You can't do away games. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about yourself or?
You know my story in New York. Bitches wanted me.
No, but I'm working on the theory that you have to be relatively successful in your home league for you to then, get some international.
But then you can go somewhere where nobody knows you and do the facade thing.
No, because the thing is, you're forgetting holiday. It's a time capsule. You're under a time constraint.
Yes.
Things might not happen for you that week. Doesn't mean things might not happen for you if you're here for a year or a month. So you can't judge a man, especially if a man who gets girls in London, if he goes to perform badly.
What are you telling me?
Everyone had a bad tournament.
Yeah. I went to Barcelona. Give me 3 more days. I would have been in them yams.
No, what I'm saying is,
what are
you could go holiday for a week.
Yeah.
You can have a bad week. Circumstances.
You can have a bad week. I hear that.
Circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's circumstances, but I do believe that there would be some proof in the pudding that, if you're not consistent over here.
No. That's I believe in that. So if you're not consistent here, don't go abroad and blame them. Big man. It's you. Because it was you here and it's you over there. But if you're a top striker here and you go and you have a little bad tournament, I ain't putting it down to you.
And, examples. I know boys who. The level of crop that
I want to believe this is your phone that's making this noise.
I turned mine on airphone, but I'm
sorry.
I've
turned mine on.
But yeah.
Might have been mine.
No, it's probably mine.
Cool. It's also cool. I know boys who do all right.
Yeah.
Just about all right here in London. But when they go to places like Iceland and Sweden, they have a way with those babes.
Also, sorry. But a key question is, what are the caliber of these babes abroad?
These babes abroad.
Like that's a very key factor.
Yeah, because the leagues are different.
Yeah.
I hear the leagues are different, but
young Lukaku could score
because
50 in.
If you're an average guy here, you're not putting up much points here.
Yeah.
And then you go abroad and you're killing it, but you're killing it with lesser.
In the Barcelona league and that, yeah.
So
the thing is,
it's all relative.
Yeah, and if you bag,
but we're talking completely different babes. Because now when you're here, the people I might be talking about in question, they're surrounded by black things, Africans and Caribbean.
Yeah.
But when they go and get those pretty Swedish, they can bag the pretty Swedish girls
because those pretty Swedish girls like them back.
Yeah,
but more so than.
Probably their own even like them.
Yeah. And also remember, they might be feeding into some sort of fetish that they have of the idea of
maybe
black men.
The foreigner black man is about. I hear that.
So they're like, oh, okay, cool. I've always wanted to interact with a black man, so the success rate might be higher because they're not gonna see they're not gonna see the black man walk down the street.
But the girl's still potentially piffed though. So is it?
Yeah, but if it
so
plays,
is it a smudge on his name? That she perhaps is fetishizing man if she's buff.
It's a hard. A great example. I'm gonna do. Do you remember the guy who did Aston Villa buy? So Sam something. He played black guy. Apparently scored some bag of goals in Iceland or one of them places.
I think I know you're talking about that strike.
Yeah. He came England. He looked like he's never kicked a ball in his life.
It was bad. He can't convert.
He was
I
like-
know exactly which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know a prime example. Even as well, like if we even put it to London, like London is fast paced, etc.
Yeah.
I know a man that was talking the talk that lived quite outside of London.
Yeah.
So if I was in London, when they came London,
You bring them to a London motive.
Yeah,
day
because
party.
that's because one, they ain't got it.
Mm.
And I reckon if they have got it, they've got it for there.
yeah,
And the caliber of girls that are there are more their level, innit?
Mm.
So, like you're saying, you can be in the championship and just be bradding up in the championship because you're playing other teams that are your level. But once you raise your level now, come to the Prem, you're playing against players that are on another level.
and
And your level is not on that level.
yeah.
So Zaha, basically.
What do you mean Zaha? Zaha's a bad boy.
Not really.
Zaha?
Yeah. Zaha was...
Wilfred Zaha.
No, that's why Fergie wanted him, because he destroyed championship.
Yeah, but he's badding up now, though.
He's doing all right.
Are we talking about the same player?
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean though.
Zaha gets you 8 goals, 6 assists. That's not...
I think Zaha's a bad player to use as an example
You know,
because Zaha is...
Is Zaha killing it
Zaha's
in
the
any
best...
way?
But Zaha, of course he is. He's the best player in Crystal Palace.
What does that mean, though? You could be the best player in Brighton. Where you going? Where you taking your team?
No, I hear that, but I think
Yeah.
Zaha is not a good player to use for this example. What do you think?
I would take Zaha at Arsenal and you would see the difference.
Yeah,
You reckon?
Zaha's a good player.
No, I think you would see a difference. Don't get me wrong, because it up his level. He's playing with better players. It does enhance
Exactly.
you
So
because you learn.
if you
do learn.
bring a guy next to the man them that do bits, you know what? Let me assimilate because
Yeah,
these
no,
are my
yeah.
brothers now.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
adapt.
saying?
It's like when they say, if you come from the French league, the Farmers League or whatever,
Yeah.
and you come to the Prem, it's a different ballgame. And some players, they take a while, a few seasons to adapt to
and then they
the
start
fast
matching
pace of the Prem. Some guys might need some time to...
So man, what's his name? A better example is your guy.
Who?
72. Sam.
Yeah,
Pepe.
exactly. Well, yeah.
Le Pepe
That's
Le Pew.
a better example because it's taken him about 3 seasons now to really gain...
They paid off that layaway.
No.
18 a year, bro.
But you've seen flashes of brilliance. You've seen flashes of talent and potential, but he hasn't really hit the ground running. I reckon next season will be his season. Anyway.
And the times he hasn't
But
been playing.
back to my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one thing we need to understand: if you're gonna date, international dating requires the patience and stamina because you're not necessarily gonna be in the same country when you start dating. If you it's okay, you go on holiday.
Yeah.
You get along. You get on a house on fire. You fly back to your place. He flies back to his stays where he is.
Are you talking about you go on holiday, meet someone, and you guys form a little
Yeah.
long?
No, because you know what?
It's long. I'm not going on a holiday and I'm not building any type of bond with anyone who doesn't live in London. It's long.
Holiday, right?
What do you mean, why not?
We would.
Because you don't live in the same country as me.
When you double back there, you got a place to rest your head.
Who's
on
someone
that.
coming back?
If
you built a bond. No,
Fam.
the thing is, I'm saying
Yeah,
that,
this is a holiday bond, holiday romance. Once I go back to London, obviously we can keep in contact, but it's not...
it's not the same. No, but
I'm not
actually,
trying to
but
build a
I'm flipping
long-term, long-distance relationship.
I'm flipping it
with
to the
anyone.
ladies because
Yeah.
obviously they're talking about international love.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they meet somebody, they're gonna have to do that whole
Yeah.
FaceTime.
It's long, man.
No, but obviously that's what they say their market is. So I'm just saying.
You know, listen, no, I believe if you live in London and you believe your market is in Nigeria or America, go.
no, you have to go.
Go.
You have to say-
Because you're wasting your time here then if the London boys ain't doing it for you.
you clock the
Bye-bye.
holidays increase, you're like, raw.
Because all
Just
this
used to go for Christmas.
long distance thing, he comes over sometimes, you come over, FaceTime, big man, it's long.
It's long.
It's long.
it's very long.
Yeah, I think you said.
And trust me, sorry,
What was
Brent.
it you said?
He's doing his thing.
100%.
Toxic. No, I'm joking.
Like it's universal. Like if it is that you get it, you can get it. You can get it anywhere you go, home or away. Like
Yeah,
when
I
Messi
agree.
Ronaldo travels abroad, you're not turning up.
But we're
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about the supreme of the supreme.
I hear that. I hear
But-
that. That's what.
Yeah, but
There's
Yeah,
far
you've
more
mentioned.
Simon Pepes than there
Oh,
are
100%.
Ronaldos.
No,
And that's how you start in the first place. You're
Yeah.
saying that if women don't reach that caliber, they shouldn't be talking.
no.
That's what you
no.
guys said.
No.
Wait,
That's
wait,
what-
wait, wait, wait,
started
wait,
now.
wait. But remember,
Yeah.
no matter where you go in the world, there's a different caliber of women everywhere.
Yeah.
There's good and bad everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you're Don here and you're, I don't know, you're 5, for example, or 6, whatever, and you go abroad, you can still go and talk to your level.
Yeah.
Even in any country you are, you can still find your level in any country
Yes,
you are.
no, right,
So if you're getting air, then maybe you're getting air because you're trying to elevate here or there.
yes.
Always, just always.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
Always be
facade.
realistic.
Because you're on foreign soil, it's like I can shoot for the stars here.
So because I'm on
No,
holiday,
yeah.
because I'm on holiday now, and I'm a 5, I should now try and aim for 10s because I'm on holiday. Why?
Because it's the whole.
You're still the same 5 from London.
Yeah, but nobody knows.
Yes,
me.
they do. What do you mean no one knows
'Cause
you?
I can
I can
move
still
like I'm a-
see. I can still see you.
They see who you are.
No, are you talking about the man? I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about Mandem, not girls.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I'm
that's-
saying if I'm a Don and I'm a 5,
On
and I'm,
ends,
and, I'm,
yeah.
and I'm 5 in ends,
And you go to Barcelona.
and I go Barcelona, why now do I think I can talk to 10s because I'm on holiday?
Facade.
What do you mean facade?
Oh, so you're saying that
Because I
when
have
you
no
get-
cachet here.
So what?
No, but you're what?
So
Yeah, but
when you go
say
over the
facade,
foreign,
what are you talking about? You're talking about
when you go
like,
foreign, you'll be rich man.
You can.
Well, a couple of days. Momentarily,
holiday
yeah.
money.
Yeah, holiday
you can
money.
Move,
Oh, so
sometimes
you-
exchange rate.
so
you
you're
know how many
talking
people ball out in Ghana? Nigga, I bought bottles in Ghana. Ask me, I bought a bottle in England. The fuck you talking about?
So you're saying go abroad and pretend to be something you're not.
Pretender. You can.
Whole new.
Oh, dude. Nephew.
That's long, bro. Just be you wherever you are,
That's
man.
long because it doesn't last for long. That's what I mean. Like I'm saying, like in general, like if I heard a guy saying, "My market's not here, it's over in I don't know Jamaica."
Yeah.
Big man, go Jamaica. 3 months, see what it's really like.
Yeah.
There's no point you complaining about your market somewhere else
And you're still here.
and you're still here.
Go.
And you're complaining about what's around you. Go where you're loved.
Oh, so this is off the back of him saying that there's a girl that said that her market's in America. That's why you're saying what you're saying.
Yes.
I was trying to find a connection.
No. That's what I was saying because
Cool, so you're still rinsing this woman?
no, I'm not listening.
No, we're
Okay.
not listening to one specific.
No. I'm
Let me know when you get back in. I'll tap.
No. The thing is,
the gentleman's club.
I'm not rinsing anybody, but I've seen that around, that narrative. Well, market's not here; it's abroad, and I'm like, go abroad then, because there's no point you complain here. Nothing. No one can do anything.
Yeah.
But they are. That's the thing. Because, for example, I know girls who they go by the same code. My market is about. Maybe the treatment is far better than the enjoyment. So it used to be, I'm just going Africa because my granddad died. And then they're booking flights in August. Ain't shit happening in August. What are you going there for?
Yeah.
February. It's gone from once a year, maybe Christmas, now 5 times. And then you see the snaps, you see the things like, raw. As Gino says, somebody is toasting this person.
Yeah.
Because their attention there supersedes. So when they come here and they're like, you London boys don't know how to treat women.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
Yeah, man, just go foreign and enjoy.
Enjoy, man.
But just don't stay here and complain. That's my thing. Just don't complain about the fact that.
No, I don't mind if you want to be toasted in Nigeria or Ghana and you feel like your man is over there. That's fine. But don't be here disgruntled crying about London guys ain't shit. London guys. My market said, go.
So let's say you were a frequent Miami goer.
Pack your load.
So if you was a frequent Miami goer,
Yeah.
you just clean up. They love you there.
Yeah.
Fontaine Bleu,
Yeah.
Rodeo, all it,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
But why? Why am I cleaning up? Is it because I've got the looks? Is it because I'm using money?
you got
Is
the
it because-
looks. You like the type of girls that are there.
Okay,
and
cool.
they're onto you.
Yeah.
Would you come back on ends? And let's say the ease in which they give it.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Would you come back on ends and start berating London girls talking
Of course
about?
not.
There you have it.
I don't think Mandem I know. We don't like that anyway. Mandem don't, compare and contrast and bash one and, you know what I mean? It's not about that. Women on the other hand, that's your bag.
the gentleman's club.
All right.
So these women that you talk to that go abroad and get treated finer and then come and hold you up to said fine treatment, are they girls that you're interested in?
How toxic can we get today?
Listen,
Oh, you prayed already, so we covered.
this is the man cave.
From what I see, shout my nigga loud because I know he's gonna listen to this and he's gonna message me immediately. From what I see, the girls that don't get much play, yard, when them guana foreign, that is when they're appreciated for whatever reason. So it's like, jokes on you because London man don't rate you anyway. But you're going there and then this is the life.
Yeah, but why are these girls who are not rated by London guys being rated abroad?
I don't know, I've really...
Because like I said,
that's the thing, though.
because
Anyway.
like I said before, if you're good looking, you're good looking there. So why wouldn't London guys rate you, but a Jamaican man or American man?
No,
rates
but
you?
it may be. You know
There's
what?
many factors.
It may not be.
Thirstiness,
When you say
culture.
rating, what do you mean?
No, it may be some of the days. I think in some cases, it might be twofold. Some of days it's the treatment. They feel like the treatment
Yeah, no, of
abroad
course, yeah.
is different. Men are kind of a bit more, you know, complimentary.
I think it's
But what's the end goal?
no, but a lot of girls
Not
believe that
smash, no?
that London guys are, well, the words I hear are
It means to an end.
stingy.
It's true.
London guys don't really spend girls on money. Chivalry's kind of dead over here, whereas in Nigeria, they really know how to treat women. You know, they pay for everything and why not?
But that's not chivalry.
And that's that's
That's what you talk about.
That's
Means
separate.
turn in.
So,
But that's the package.
No,
that's the
but
thing.
that is a narrative that
Of course, yeah.
Nigerians or Ghanaians and Americans are more open with their pockets than London boys are. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what a lot of girls want. That's what whatever. That's the narrative.
I mean, we got a recent example.
Who?
Couple pictures. Eskimo Jones.
Oh. No, but that's not an example because
I know, but
that's not an example.
Okay,
because
that's big.
because
That's
she
a big
global.
step.
Because
she global.
no, because we don't know how that didn't happen because she doesn't like London boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because her market is better.
That happened because he is who he is.
Yeah.
I'm sure that one might potentially say London boys are rubbish.
No,
Because when you got the other dons in the DMs and
no, I don't think so.
No, but if you had a London guy who was the equivalent of him, so same profession, same wage, same money, then
Yeah.
what then?
Yeah.
they go for that though. That's the thing.
No, but you know what?
The equivalent in London
Yeah.
might not go for the person who's getting life abroad.
What do you mean, sorry?
So let's say Brent in Trinidad is a big
Yeah.
stepper.
Yeah,
So when everyone goes Trinidad Carnival
yeah,
and all the girls and that, Brent can just clean up and get all of those.
yeah,
Let's say the all right girls that are coming into Trinidad. So the equivalent of Brent
yeah.
that lives in London doesn't rate those decent girls as much as he does in his country.
Okay.
So that's why they will continue to go back and shit on the London, because they would ideally like that London boy because it's the same as Brent.
Yeah.
But that London boy is not going to afford you the same privilege and care package that he's doing.
No, okay. But if we do specific to that one,
Mhm.
that particular example,
Yeah.
she's international.
Yeah.
She's good in all leagues, so that doesn't really count. She's
Is
been.
she?
Clap if you want.
No, I know what you're talking about.
What's the
These cameras on us.
What's the question? What exactly are you asking me?
Alright,
Do you remember last
continue.
week? So those sandals. What did you say?
It was the Crocs.
The Crocs. That's it.
Moving on swiftly.
Yeah.
Moving on swiftly.
Hey, Brent is too funny.
Yeah, we gotta move on swiftly from
Yes,
that.
sir.
But I'm just saying, everyone go where they're loved.
Mm.
Don't shit on the people in your surroundings
That's facts.
because you never know when you're gonna need them, and you never know when you're gonna say that sentence. Have you got a friend for me?
Oh, so
We've all heard that before.
the topic that we spoke about that I was going to talk about, but you said you don't want to be here for it. Was the
Memory gone, bruv.
it
Refresh me.
was the was it the
Oh yeah. Okay.
is that off limits?
Yeah, man. It is still because clap.
All right. So what's the protocol? So after sex, yeah. What's the protocol for? You know, I'm trying to find the words that doesn't.
I think I know. Like, if you have consented mutual sex with someone that you know,
Yeah.
like how do you behave after the engagements?
Post match.
Yeah, post match.
Post match and in between, leading up to another match, if there was another
second
match,
leg.
another match scheduled.
You know they're cancelling the way it goes.
If there isn't another match scheduled,
Yeah.
is there a different protocol to? You know what I'm trying to say? Is it the second leg? I think that's the best way to put it.
I think there probably is.
Yeah.
The probably best post match is to continue as normal, but just check in.
Yeah.
Like, you good?
But
Like,
the thing is it natural? Yeah, for men to like the
post match,
vim you have
before, after,
pre-match
up to
isn't the same to post-match. It can be at times depending on what she means to you. But if it's just purely sex, can we say that the vim and the desire and even the communication, it kind of falls off after we have sex the first time?
Yes, to a degree.
Okay.
But sometimes, you know, like the match of the day highlights may reel in your head.
That's a 20 Saturdays. Gary Lineker.
And then you think, you know what? I you know, I've got to revisit. So
are you saying that if the match of the day highlights don't happen, that to you naturally that means this wasn't really worth it?
But yeah, but that's cool. But there still has to be the post match protocol. So for example, the text the next day, just to, you know what I mean. For example, you have sex on the Saturday. Do you speak to her on Sunday or do you just leave it until Monday? I went to church
to repent for my sins.
Because I believe if you have sex with a girl on a certain day, you can't now not speak to her the next day.
No.
That's bad post-match protocol.
Yeah,
makes sense.
PMP. PMP. Hey, the way that works out.
There should be a morning text, message, call, WhatsApp, whatever.
Voice note.
Whatever.
Voice note?
Yeah.
Jeez, quick. What would the voice note entail?
Just
Schmidt.
The word Schmidt. The word Schmidt.
Just how you doing? Like, you sleep well? Well, like just a little quick morning.
Or just carry on as you were before.
Yeah,
I'm sure
normal.
this is not the first morning message you sent her. So
yeah,
just carry on as normal, but don't let the fact that you've done what you wanted to do, you know, pull you back.
So I've got the caveat is
I carry on with the jokes.
So let's say option 1. If your contact was infrequent prior, do you continue that same sort of this thing?
It depends what the sex meant to you. So
if the match highlights were great.
Not even just that. I mean, no, it's more so okay, cool. Prior to sex, what did this girl mean to you?
Yeah.
Is this a girl you're just trying to smash or someone you're actually trying to build with?
If you're trying to build with her, are you trying to see her again?
Exactly. Because remember, the sex might have made your whole relationship better now. So now you're more, you might be more into her now. So now it's like, you know what? Sex was great. Now I want to move things forward, innit? If it wasn't that, then just carry on as you was before, I guess.
Yeah, I think you should just always carry on as you was before.
Or as you intend.
Yeah, as you intend.
What's your actual intention here?
That's what I'm saying. If you were bi-weekly, you chat anyway, and then for one reason or another, you both have your consented sex. And so do you continue your bi-weekly chat, or do you now, because of PMP, have to message her a bit more frequently?
No, I think
you was doing.
I hear no, but what I'm saying is, prior to the sex, what was she to you? Was she just a girl you're trying to sleep with, or are you actually trying to develop and build something with her? Is what I'm asking.
Could be just an associate that you...
Okay, cool. Let's just use the first example. Let's say there's a girl you just wanted to sleep with.
Smash them yams.
Unless anything changed for you after you had sex, then I guess carrying on normal. If things did change for you, I don't know, feelings might develop, you might realize you liked her, who knows? Then act accordingly.
Yeah.
But if it was just, okay, we had sex and now it is what it is, I enjoyed it, but nothing's changed for me, then just act normal. But the thing is, you should act how you want to act. But in terms of the protocol, I don't think you should, lessen your communication now, because now it looks like you just wanted one thing, you've got it, and now you're gone.
But to be honest, I think you should react react to her. Like in terms of carrying as normal.
It's hard with girls because
you get in trouble for that.
The girls, remember, the girls want you to be the
leader,
pursuer, the leader, the provider. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Like, okay, cool. In most cases, when you're talking to a girl, who says good morning first?
I would say majority of them.
It's the man.
It could be whoever left the text last in the night.
It could be, but forget about that. Like,
of course,
normally, who says, like, when it comes to men and women communication, like in your experience, who is the first person to initiate conversation most of the time?
Beginning stage is definitely the man.
Is this pre-sex or after?
Both. Because I believe it's the man. In my experience, I'm the one.
I would say man.
I initiate conversation more times than not.
No, you know what? And we're going to go into another conversation because I was saying that to one of my friends, one of my ladies' friends. I was like saying to her that in general, I was like talking about her interaction with a guy. I said, do you actually check in if he's all right in his day? So I never thought about it. I said, go back through your messages and see who starts most of the conversation.
Yeah.
And then she was like, right, he actually starts most of the conversation. He's the one that...
Yeah.
I was like, he probably just thinks that you're not into him, like, to a degree.
Yeah.
And he just fancies you a lot, so he's okay with pursuing you. But
Preach.
there'll be a point where there is a girl that gives him the same back and forth.
It's true, you know.
And then he'll be like, hold on, I'm wasting my time here.
If they have started the conversation just off the back of what I said last night, I don't have to now backtrack and say, by the way, good morning.
I do that sometimes.
No, you can, but it's not
Necessary.
it's not a necessity.
My thing is, if I'm having a conversation and I feel like it's very one-sided,
yeah, of course.
I'm not.
Yeah.
The thing is, you could have
There always has to be a balance.
I think, but sometimes we don't notice that as like a lot of guys don't notice there is an imbalance because they're in the pursuit.
I think they know.
Bruv, I
know.
notice.
Or do you think they're doing risk assessment? If I persist, then I may.
Yeah, I'm playing games with it. Sorry.
It depends. Listen.
No, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying there's guys that are out there like and don't know that they're worth. So they're talking to women.
Yeah.
They're talking to women that are
semi-interested.
They're talking to women that like attention. Let's be real.
Okay.
There's women that like attention, so they don't mind if you message them good morning and they'll entertain it. Oh, thanks. How you doing? They might even say how you doing. They'll just thanks. Good morning too. Then another guy starts saying another thing, and then they'll continue to message back.
Bruv, it's always obvious which girls are just not interested or who are talking to multiple man them. Like, come on. Especially us, we're old enough, we've gone through enough experiences to know, to spot it quickly, innit? If you're always the one initiating conversation, there's never any reciprocation. Big man is long.
Yeah.
Because if the girl likes you, even though you are the main pursuer, she's still going to message you because she likes you too.
She can
And
check
you
if
message you or message you back.
No, she gonna
message you first.
She
If it's always one-sided, you.
No, but that's the sign of a girl that's on to you.
No, that's
what that message you back.
No, that starts conversation.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If she's like, if you,
But there's a level underneath that.
Which is what, yeah, obviously.
It's like,
no,
I'll fuck with him. He's
no,
alright.
obviously no.
I don't want to seem too
Of
eager
course,
a woman.
of course.
that's fine.
There's bare levels, but I'm talking about one and two right now. Extreme to extremes.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Because there's obviously bare in between. There's even girls who say, I'm not really a text person. Call me. There's bare little individual little nuances, cool. But in terms of non-texters and texters, if a girl's never reciprocating communication, never initiating conversation, then it's air.
If she doesn't say good morning, check if you've eaten, and check if you're all right, or ask you any return questions, forget about it.
Or
I think we're getting
the 6 hour later message back and the 24 hours, big man. Sorry.
Don't reply to what I said last Tuesday.
24 hours.
It's not a new convo.
I was even Ashley and
Please.
Steph were at one house party I was at the other day, innit? And she was asking, I should probably listen to it anyway. But when man them were going by, she was like, Ashley, man.
Oh, because it was too blasé for me.
Sorry. She was asking guys, do you double text? And I was saying, nigga, I triple text. As a joke, though. As a joke. So, double texting. What's the rules on that?
Jason, you go. Let me gather my thoughts.
If we have report, I'll double text.
Yeah.
But
Explain this to me, please. What is
so double text is I text you.
No, I know what that is, but give me an example of a conversation where you would double text.
Because sometimes you have to be. There's a difference between double texting and what you last said is more or less a conversation ender.
Yes, that's another thing.
No, that's on double text.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to make sure we distinguish. But yeah, carry on.
I might. There's some people I double text. I might ask them a question, and I know how they operate. So one of my friends, they work on their laptop and their WhatsApp's on their laptop.
Yeah.
So sometimes they open, and I know sometimes they'll forget and they'll come back and message later. So for those type of people, I'll double text. Yeah. Yo, I'm asking a question, blah, blah, blah. Everyone else.
Yeah, but if you don't know how she operates, let's just use a simple hey. Yeah. You send a girl hey.
Hey is a bit too ambiguous.
No, I'm just using that as an example. Oh, hey. Okay. And then you don't get no reply. You don't get, hey Jace, what's going on there? Are you going to say hey again maybe the next day? Or that's it? That hey hasn't been replied, so I'm not going back.
I had one rule back day that my boy brought me on. Yeah. It was too dumb. Yeah. You hit them with the first line. If they don't reply, cool. You wait 2 days. Then you write, shop face, you're airing me. And then it's better. And then that's when they come back with the, if you're lucky and it was genuine, that's when they will come back with the, sorry, I'm blah, 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 blah. And then you see if you can salvage from there if that same attitude continues. So that's my
Yeah, the thing about these things, yeah, I've been in situations where on the surface level, it looks like I've got air, but at the end of the day, I've gotten what I wanted, whatever. So it's like sometimes it's not always what it seems. Sometimes you think you're getting air, but you know all the excuses that girls.
Wait, you got what you want?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. you're bare blasé, but this is a gentleman's club.
Okay, got what I wanted could be.
Okay.
She ended up being my girlfriend.
Okay.
Or we had sex, or we went on a date, or we had a little run. Maybe we had a good run.
Yeah.
Good run.
It could be
A couple chips.
Yeah, I mean, a couple chips. Purple patch. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes these things happen, and you're thinking, "Rah, this is not really going well."
Yeah.
But you still end up getting what you want.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
it's not always, "Oh, she's airing me." Sometimes it is the excuses that they give. I'm busy. I'm not really a texter. I don't really on my phone. Call me or whatever. Sometimes these excuses are real. It's not always.
Because I'm the same. I get what's it called? I might forget to message because of my circumstances. You're asking something or starting a convo that requires thought or let me sit down and
Yeah.
divulge this topic. So it's like you might hit me at 4 p.m. I might still be working. Like, we cannot start this convo now. I plan to get back to you at 9 when I'm more relaxing in my bed, but you might have had to message me at 7 again.
Yeah.
And then people get mad. It's like, I have to double text you. I say, what you said, the circumstances couldn't give you the give back.
Yeah.
But I think you start to develop that, like when you start to understand. When you
Of
engage
course.
But like, I think people need to be a bit more real when they at the early stages. If the energy's not there, just save yourself
It's
the
so
time.
it's so obvious. It's so obvious. And how many times have you been in a situation where you're like, you know what, this isn't gonna happen, and it doesn't happen.
Like you know,
And like I knew
the task is too much
I
for
knew
me.
this already. Just the energy is not mathing, bruv.
Yeah, so I've never been a steeple chaser. I'm never gonna go the long distance and chase. It's not my bag.
Have you ever done a one-sided joint but still got the prize?
On a runaway?
It can happen.
On a runaway.
It can happen.
But
you scene of events, you turned it around sort of thing.
As in, you're getting
Liverpool,
air,
AC Milan.
but with persistence and perseverance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's happened before.
Yeah.
but
And they've flat out told me, I don't know how you did it, but I was not checking for you. I said, oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, yeah. Thing is, some girls might be entertaining someone else. You might be option
you might be
option B, option
further
C.
down the list.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like her number one draft pick is just messing her about.
Bruv, like that girl told me one time, sir, my roster is full.
I did just
But the thing is that happens.
The roster, you
It's
know.
full. And sometimes like
too much to take on, trust me.
too much take on, but sometimes they just don't like you. Sometimes
Oh yeah, of course.
No, but when I
of course.
when I
That's
say
the
this,
thing. You haven't done anything impactful yet for them to realize.
no, but what some ladies have a tick box. So you might check their tick box.
Yeah.
But they haven't taken you as a person in. So sometimes they just like the attention that
Yeah.
somebody in their tick box range is paying them attention. But do you
It's an
understand?
ego boost.
Yeah, ego boost.
Okay, Yusuff is on my case, 6'4", muzzles, beard. Ooh, my type is onto me.
Yes.
Validating my type is onto me. But at the moment, I don't have the capacity.
That's what it is.
Yeah, trust me.
And you're just there to fill a role. You're just filling the role of pursuer. And then she's actually just maybe entertaining the one that she actually likes, who may not even be anything of her tick box.
Bro, I said one of the first few episodes I came on here, I said every decent single black girl has 4 men on their phone. I can tell you all of them. The guy that they really, really want and has so much options, he's just not taking them serious. Then there's the guy that the ex doing bits.
No, you fucking
Could be sending them texts. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't be
Where you
looking
at?
at
I
me,
missed you,
bro.
ain't seen you in ever, whatever. Then there's the guy that's all right. He's funny. I get on with him. I'm not really sure, but if I'm bored this Friday night, we might can go shisha. And then the waste man, the bugaboo guy that because you're too polite, you don't really power him off and tell him, but so you're a bit responsive.
Hey, hello, how's your day?
I'm telling you.
What are you doing? I just had lunch. Good night.
Robotic replies, bro.
So with those 4, she is bouncing between the guy that wouldn't give her the time of day
Yes.
and her ex. So she's with her ex.
Those 2 are the most prominent
Yeah,
figures.
those are the 2 key players. And then there may be a 5th surprise one that come out of nowhere.
Yeah. That
Where-
she's gonna meet this Sunday at your favorite day party.
Yeah. And her friend will be telling her, "This is the guy for you."
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. And then they'll be umming and ahhing.
And this is decent girl.